So their children are being exploited, they're being used, they're being sometimes sold from their families.
I feel like it's a problem that is huge and it's all over the world.
No child deserves to be sexually trafficked or sexually abused or kidnapped. Or
I think this organization can do so much good in this world. I think dream bigger.
Today we're talking to a young trailblazer in child protection, Darlene Pajarito. There are people out there, brilliant people who could do anything with their lives, and they've decided to dedicate their efforts to child protection. I am so pleased to welcome you, Darlene, to No Child Stands Alone.
Thank you for having me, Paul. It's an honor and pleasure to be here with you. And that case turned out to be our first conviction in the Philippines, and which was affirmed by the Supreme Court after that. And then he went on to give me other human trafficking cases, and there was one witness in the courtroom, where you could see how angry she was with the trafficker who sold her to 5 men in one night. She was trafficked across the border from the Philippines to Malaysia. So when she testified, you could see she was crying and you could see the raw pain. And I was thinking, being a prosecutor is being in the reactive side of it, and I wanted to be more on the proactive side to prevent women and children from being trafficked in the first place, from being exploited in the first place.
Well, how big of a problem is this in the Philippines and, from your view, everywhere else in the world?
Well, human trafficking is a global problem, and in the Philippines we are considered as a source country. So we have not only internal trafficking happening, but trafficking of our Filipinos overseas, and mostly our migrant workers who are being trafficked overseas.
And what age are we talking about here? Like, what kind of kids are being trafficked? How does one fall into the wrong hands?
Well, for one, the youngest victim we had was even less than a year old in